Okay, this is the first question I'm trying of the exam that just happened right today. And I just kind of like it a little bit. I think it's sort of interesting. And it looks like it's really hard. It's question 9, and I thought I'll just do it. It looks like it's really hard, but it's not so hard if you just sort of think carefully. Anyways, the question is, find the minimum distance between the point 10 and 2, I'm calling it A, 10 and 2, 10 in the x direction, 2 in the y, and a point somewhere on the function y equals x squared, y equals x squared. Well, the way all the points in this function work is you've got an x value, and then you square it to get the y value. So it's x and x squared. Now they're asking about the distance, so why not just use the distance formula, where you subtract the two x guys and square it, subtract the two y guys, so x squared minus 2 and square it, and that gives you the distance squared. Well, that's all you do. You go x minus 10 squared, you do FOIL on that, or you know that it's x squared minus 20x plus 100. You go x squared minus 2, you get x to the 4th minus 4x squared plus 4 if you multiply it out carefully. You put it together, there's plus x to the 4th. There's an x squared minus 4x squared, that's minus 3x squared. There's 100 plus 4, that's 104. Well, there is the function that is the distance squared between these 2 points. If we can find out what makes this minimum, we'll have the solution. Well, gee, we've got this powerful tool called differential calculus, and we take the derivative of this function. We go 4 in front, we get 4x cubed minus 6x minus 20. If we take the derivative and we make it equal 0, and we solve that, it's going to give us the answer. Well, I kind of factored 2 out, and then I looked at this. If I put 2 in here, 2 cubed would give me 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And if I put 2 in here, minus 6 times 2, that's a factor theorem we're doing, is minus 12, that's minus 32. 32 minus 32, well, that's one of the zeros. If 2 is a factor, then if 2 makes it 0, then x minus 2 is a factor. That's what I meant to say. And then you just go, oh, that's got to be 2x squared to make this 2x cubed times 2. See, I factored the 2 out there. And there actually is the only way you're going to get minus 10, which like it says minus 20, but I factored out 2. The only way you're going to get that minus 10 is to put a 5 there. And now you're looking here, I factored the 2 out, it's minus 3x. How are we going to get minus 3x? Well, there's plus 5x. This has to be minus 8x. That's got to be 4x. Well, there it is, all factored out. I actually didn't have to, because x equals 2 is the only solution that can work, because this part here, b squared minus 4ac, gives me something less than 0. There's no solutions for this one. So x equals 2 is your answer. So let's figure out the distance. We just take 2 and put it back into this formula we had for the distance squared. And we go 2 minus 10 and 2 squared minus 2. 2 minus 10 is 8. Squared is 64. 2 squared minus 2 is 2. Squared is 4. 64 plus 4 is 68. We take the square root of 68. The distance must be 8.25 units. That's the minimum distance between this point here and the variable point x and x squared, which is part of the function, the basic parabola. And that's it. That's how it all works. Okay.